Let's check out this 52-inch indoor ceiling fan from Consciot. It came well packaged and fully padded to prevent damage from shipping. What you'll find in the box are the blades, which can be installed to show either of the two colors. The large part here is the main body of the ceiling fan, which houses the motor. Here is the top, which will go up against the ceiling. This is the bracket, which will fasten onto the mounting points of your ceiling. Let's open it up and take a closer look. What's nice is that it's got this soft padding to help dampen any sort of shaking. In this bag is the remote control and the receiver. You'll see how the receiver gets installed in just a moment. This here is the cover for the LED lights. It's made with frosted glass. And this here is the array of dimmable LEDs. And in these small bags here are all the hardware and small parts that are going to be needed during the install. Okay, let's move on. Here is the included installation and operating manual. It's got an illustrated step-by-step guide on how to install this fan, and it's pretty straightforward. This ceiling light is what I'll be replacing today. Let's twist the cover off real quick just to see what we're working with. Okay, so before I go any further, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the power breaker to the circuit. Alright, let's go ahead and move forward and remove the ceiling light by unscrewing the fastener at the center. Okay, going to stop real quick and grab my non-contact voltage tester. I always use this tester when working on electrical stuff around the house. It's a good way to just make sure we do not have any power on the circuit before I start messing with it. Okay, I'm confident it's really off, and I will go ahead and disconnect the wiring by twisting off the connectors that hold them together. We also need to remove this mount that held the ceiling light up. Okay, now that we have removed everything related to the old ceiling light, we can go ahead and put our new ceiling fan mounting bracket into place. It takes 2 bolts which screws into the existing mount points. What's cool is that you get to hang the main body of the fan onto it to free up your hands for electrical work. Okay, now it's time to attach the receiver. This listens to the remote and controls the lights and the fan accordingly. As you can see, I have attached the mains power lines along with the grounding wire. Now we need to also plug in the 2 wire groups coming from the fan and the lights into the receiver. Simple and easy to do. Once all the wiring is connected, make sure you double check it all. If everything looks good, go ahead and just sort of jam the receiver down into the body of the fan and use the screws up against the sides of the mounting bracket to secure the whole thing up onto the ceiling. If it all looks good, it's time to install the fan blades next. You are going to need to use these soft washers. Just unscrew all the bolts that have been screwed onto the fan mounting points and put the washers over them. And now, one by one, you can insert the fan blades into position and fasten them with the 3 bolts and washers. Make sure you fasten them down fairly tightly. Once all the fan blades are attached, you can go ahead and move on to the light portion of the ceiling fan. You will simply need to remove the 3 screws that are already put into their places, so that you can use them to attach the LED array. Aligning the LED array and bolting it down was a bit frustrating, but be patient and your perseverance will eventually pay off. You can now go ahead and plug in the LED wiring. And now the last step is to twist the frosted glass cover over the LED array. This helps soften and diffuse the LED lighting. Okay, to test this, we need to install 2 AAA batteries into the remote control. These batteries were not included, so make sure you have a couple laying around. Here are all the main functions of the remote. Fan on and off. Light on and off. Fan speed 1 through 6. Light brightness, hold down to decrease and to increase. And the 3 buttons down here change the 3 different color temperatures. Okay, let's go ahead and turn on the light. And off again. Okay, now let's turn on the fan. After turning left and right real quick, it starts to spin. Alright, that's nice. So everything looks good and the installation was a success. I think this ceiling fan was not too difficult to install, and it looks pretty nice here on my ceiling. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found my video informative.